Hey guys, this is Gutsy here bringing you another cast. It's just a pub. It's another game with me in it. Hopefully I could get some other replays, but for at the moment we'll just do these and speed this up by ×2 and let's get started. Teams are going to be picking their
Radiance
heroes.
ban.
And, oh no, this is an AP, sorry. Actually, I don't think I said AP, I just said pub. But this is actually a captain's mode draft,
10
so
seconds
this will
to go.
be kind of fun to watch. So it looks like we're going to have a Bloodseeker ban for the Radiant, and we will have Ember Spirit ban for the Dire. Bloodseeker you don't see too often, but the Ember Spirit is pretty high up there on the
seconds
list.
to go.
Next to other heroes like Lycan and
seconds.
Centaur. So we're going to have a Rookie. So these seem
Dire's ban.
kind of like pubish bans. Mirana's going to be
Radiant's
next.
pick.
You don't see her banned in the first phase too often, but she is understandable. The Bane Mirana combo is a little bit OP. So Radiant's going to be waiting to pick their hero now.
10 seconds to go.
They're going to grab the Phantom Assassin.
Dire's
Interesting.
pick.
Dire, their turn. They got 2 picks. Usually you don't see carries picked that early, and if you do, it's
Dire's
very rarely
pick.
that you see a Phantom Assassin. Alliance is one of the few, I think only one of the few teams that actually picks it, and I don't think they would do it first phase. It's pretty easy to counter. Just get a lot of control heroes,
10
and there's
seconds
not
to
much she
go.
can do until she gets a BKB.
5 seconds.
And even then, a Bane could shut her down pretty well.
Reserve
So
time.
they do pick up the Venge. That's some control, but it's not like if PA gets a BKB, that Venge isn't going to do anything to her. Waiting on the final pick for the Dire. 1 minute and 18 seconds left on the clock. They're going to grab a Bristleback.
Radiance
So,
pick.
very OP hero. And you usually see
Radiance
offlaners
ban.
and supports picked first. So there's a support. The Crystal Maiden gets picked up. She's going to have to be careful in the tri-lane.
10 seconds to go.
If they decide to do tri-lane versus
Dire's
Bristol.
ban.
Shadow Shaman banned out. Great ban. Ursa.
Radiance ban.
Don't see that too often. They already do have their hard carries, so I highly doubt that it would be an Ursa
Dire's
in
ban.
another lane, even if it's dual lanes. A jungle Ursa you don't see too often, or jungle heroes you don't see too often in Captain's Mode
10
unless they're
seconds to
supports.
go.
That way they can roam and help out.
5
So.
seconds.
Sniper ban's next.
Reserve time.
He is being picked up a little more than normal, but still
Dire's
you
pick.
don't see him banned too often. So there's a lot of pub bans going on right here. Void will be banned next, and he is pretty OP this patch. But I'm surprised. There's no Lycan ban. There's no AA.
10 seconds to go.
No Centaur. So,
5
and none of them have
seconds.
been picked. So this is during
Reserve
this
time.
patch, but it
Radiant's pick.
definitely indicates that the MMR is
Dire's pick.
very casual. Doom gets picked up. Storm Spirit. Doom's great for. It's questionable. He's good yet bad at the same time against
10
Bristleback.
seconds to go.
Storm Spirit is
5
control heavy,
seconds.
so PA's gonna have a hard time until she
Reserve
gets that BKB. Just from the Storm alone, the Venge offers another stun. But then again, the Radiant has their own form of control too, with the Crystal Maiden stun, and Doom in a way with the Doom. I guess you could consider that somewhat control. So there's an
Radiant's
Ancient
pick.
Apparition picked up, and that you've been seeing a lot recently. Doesn't really synergize well with the team so far. Well, Ancient Apparition Venge is a great support duo for a
10
tri-lane,
seconds to go.
so they could still pick a carry.
5 seconds.
They could maybe Storm Spirit
Reserve
in the
time.
try and get another mid, but highly unlikely we'll see that. A
Dire's
Zeus
ban.
pickup. Now that's very rare to see. But I'm really liking it actually because they've got 2 very
10
squishy supports in
seconds to
Storm
go.
Spirit until he gets levels and items online.
Radiance
He's
ban.
somewhat squishy too, so I do like the Zeus pick. However, I feel he's going to have a hard time mid against the Storm Spirit.
10 seconds
So
to
he
go.
might have to get some babysitting from Crystal Maiden or possibly
Dire's
another
pick.
roaming support.
Radiance pick.
Going by real fast. Slark's game banned, so he's pretty high up there. Same with Weaver. And they pick a Wraith King on the Dire. Now, you don't see that too often. And Axe also for the Radiant. So this is a very interesting lineup. I'm just going to slow this down while people pick heroes. That's a lot of right-click going on for the Dire. The Wraith King with the Chilling Touch, the Venge, Armor Degrade plus her Aura. Let's put this on both teams. Hide this. And introduce the team. So we've got Bringer of Suffering on the Bristleback. Windy Comforters on the Vengeful Spirit. Fourth Dimension on the Storm Spirit. Me on the Wraith King. And Sharkamedes on the Ancient Apparition. On the Radiant, you have Vake, I don't know what the rest of that is, on the Zeus. King Ohm's Law on the Crystal Maiden. Firefox on the Axe. And we're going to have Doom and PA heading bottom. Zen's World on the PA. And I actually can't read that. It's going by too quickly. Informer... let's go up here. This is easier. Yeah. Inmorfernal on the Doombringer. So, this is looking like a jungle Doom. PA bottom. Probably CM's going to join her. Yeah, so far it's looking like that. Then you're going to have
30 seconds
your
to showtime.
Axe offlane, and this is okay. Axe is a great offlaner. And their mid will be Zeus in mid. Meanwhile, Storm Spirit will be mid for the Dire, Ancient Apparition, Wraith King, and Venge will be bottom. So we're going to have an aggressive try coming out of the Dire. And then we will have Bristleback top. So, ooh, but Crystal Maiden is going top. So it's actually going to be a solo PA. Looks like they're going to ward this camp. Doom is going to spot them out, but I don't think he knows about this. It is a possibility. They also have the rune warded, so Storm Spirit will be able to see this. As for wards for the Radiant, non-existent at the moment, but Zeus has a pretty safe build. We've got that's a more greedier build of Storm Spirit, but it is still pretty safe. He has made pool tangos. Axe, no regen, but he's going for that movement speed armor, so I think they're looking to get a kill as early as possible. But against the Bristleback, I think that's going to be a little bit hard. Either way. And then your Doom's going to be jungling, but he now knows that this camp is blocked. And Phantom Assassin, I don't know about this. She's going to have a hard time getting levels against this lane. I think the aggressive try was unexpected, but also not having the Crystal Maiden here is going to make things even worse. Maybe if they could get some... Actually, they're doing some really significant damage to Bristletop. Looks like he's only used his spikes once, so he's not really interested in spamming it yet, but he's getting harassed pretty heavily. Meanwhile, middle lane, Zeus and Storm, pretty standard skill builds here. Let's check out the last hits denies, if I could hit the right thing. There we go. So, Wraith King is in the lead, as expected. Tri-lane's pretty much, especially against a solo carry, that, you know what? Actually, I think she'll be okay. Because they do have a Crystal Maiden, who's actually getting pretty low. Bristle's low too, but Axe is fine, so he's just going to try and aggro these creeps. As I was saying, Crystal Maiden's aura will make it so that she could, this PA could spam Stifling Dagger quite a bit, and that could really help her get last hits. So, I honestly think that level 3, level 4, she'll be, she should be doing pretty fine in terms of last hit. If she's,
you know the drill.
Quick with her Stifling Dagger. So I kind of like this strategy, but, and they're actually doing really well top too, so far things are looking pretty good for the Radiant. Zeus has run out of mana, but he does have 3 clarities. Problem is he won't be able to stay close to the fight when he uses it. So he's got to be careful, because you don't want to give too many last hits to the Storm Spirit. And that's another thing. The CM aura works great with Zeus, so I'm really liking these lanes. Works, I mean, Crystal Maiden is such a great hero, especially if this Axe gets Battle Hunger. That's another thing to spam this Bristle with. He's really staying on the passive side. We're taking a lot of damage, a lot more than expected. Anyways, we have a smoke here in mid. Double damage will get picked up by the Vengeful Spirit. So Zeus is being really aggressive. He really wants to do as much damage as possible to the Storm, but I think it's going to bite him in the back. So here we go. Smoke has been revealed. There goes the stun. The Chilling Touch.
Blood,
with the double damage, there was no doubt about it that Zeus was falling. So great gank by the Dire. Meanwhile, Wraith King, the tower's being pushed, so he can't get last hits, but that's probably the best time to do the gank. Not sure if Maya was called out, but either way. A lot of boots for the Radiant. Meanwhile, Wraith King's just saving up a lot of cash. Probably going to be a hand of Midas. Up here at top, Tranquils, we saw did get finished. Crystal Maiden. Looks like they're going to try and gank top. So the DD is going to wear off. Bristleback's a little far behind, but he is low too, so he needs to be careful. This Venge, however, dealing a lot of damage. Here comes the Chilling Touch. And they're dealing massive damage to Axe. Can they finish him off? He's so close to dying, but there's no more mana. I don't think they can. No, they're going to have to back off. But either way, that buys Bristleback some space. Meanwhile, down here, Wraith King's actually taken quite a beating, but he does have 7 tangos, so he should be fine. She's actually using the Stifling Dagger to harass him, but Wraith King's going to return the favor and use his stun to do the same. Zeus looking pretty good in mana. He did just die, so... But that could be a benefit to him, because now Storm Spirit's got to use the Courier to get some heals, and looks like he's not. He's going to pick up 2 nulls and boots, which is great, but you don't have any regen now, so... Ancient Apparition's going to stick around mid, try and see if he could help out. He's going to go in. They might even be able to get a kill on Zeus, depending if he can pull him in. There goes the pull. Yeah, that's going to stun him. He's also in tower range. Big mistake by Zeus. It was weird. He ran back, but then he ran forward. I guess he thought he could kill Storm Spirit, but... You know, Storm got his Electric Vortex off, so that stun was guaranteed to happen. From the Cold Snap, so... It's a little weird. Or not Cold Snap, Cold Feet. Stifling Dagger still being used to harass. I like that she's harassing with this, but at the same time, he's got, like, 4 tangos still. I think it might be better if she just used the Stifling Dagger to last hit creeps. Because she's currently sitting at 6 last hits, which is decent. But nothing compared to the 25 of the Wraith King. We're at 5 minutes into the game. This is going to be 50 minutes... Sorry, 50 CS on a Wraith King probably by the 10-minute mark, which is the most... It's not amazing, but it's optimal. Like, if you're at 50 last hits for 10 minutes, it usually indicates that you're, you know, having free farm in your lane. So, Vengeful Spirit sticking around, trying to get a gank off. She does have her Aquila. And she's actually sitting at some good HP and mana, so might have went back to base. I'm not entirely sure. But probably going to be unable to get this gank. Meanwhile, we haven't seen too much of Doom. Looks like he's been jungling, but going back to base at the same time. He's got some nice items. That's probably going to be a Hand of Midas. Or maybe Treads you don't see too often. That's... I'm not sure. You'll see. Tranquil's on the Crystal Maiden. Whistle's actually getting quite a bit of free farm. And by quite a bit, I mean 1 last hit, so I take that back. Probably needs to work a bit on his last hit, so he is using the Quill Spray. There's the last hit. He does get 1, so that'll be 2. But he needs to be very careful. His Crystal Maiden can solo him. There's no regen coming on him. He doesn't have nothing in terms of regen. Just missed a kill. I'm going to go back and check that out again. So here we go. Looks like PA is getting a bit aggressive. And Zeus. Not sure why Zeus was there. Maybe we could go back a bit further. So here we go. Zeus. I'm not sure where he's going. Looked like he was going in the secret shop. I don't know. Either way, it bites him. But PA will be fine. Middle lane doing okay. Double damage. So far, the Dire is way in the lead of last hits. 20 on the Storm Spirit compared to the 12 of the Zeus. And then 32 compared to your 9 on the PA. Midas is picked up 6 minutes. Not very early, but decent. This is an aggro try, technically. So.
Radiant's
and nothing's really happening top. Apart. Yeah, they've... I mean, Bristle has, like, no last hits. And he's pretty underleveled, I think. Yeah, he is. So, I guess they shut down Bristle, but they haven't got kills out of him. And I think they could be, the way he's got his skill build and everything. In my opinion, Bristle needs to use his Quill Sprays a bit more to get last hits. Because he needs some sort of regen so he can just maintain top lane. Access 14 last hits, that's pretty good. Smoke, purchased on AA. Doom's still in the jungle. I think Venge was thinking about ganking mid, but he's playing it safe. She does have another DD, so this is scary. But she hasn't leveled Wave of Terror, actually, so... Going for 2 in the Vengeance Aura. Anyway, Zeus needs to be very careful. There's no pull yet, but Vision is now seen, so he's going to play it safe. I guess she's just here just to zone him out. Ensure last hits per Storm Spirit. Because currently at the moment, Wraith King's having no problems bottom getting last hits. He is running out of tangos. He is at 1, so... About 2 more minutes of Stifling Dagger spam, and Wraith King is going to have to get some sort of form of regen. Anyways, there's the zip in. We're going to have an Electric Vortex pull, and he's dead. Looks like Vengeful took quite a bit of damage. Probably took all the nukes from Zeus, but with Storm Spirit's fast reactions, that's no problem for him to pick up the kill.
You know the
Bristle, yet again, going back to base, so he is really... Now he's getting shut down effectively. He's got to find something, whether it's going into the jungle or going and ganking another lane. He's got to get online at some point. Tread's picked up on the Wraith King. This is 8 minutes in. Tread's Midas, pretty good, compared to the PA, who currently is only sitting on a poor man's shield. She's really having a hard time. Hopefully that when she gets to level 11, that coup de grace will serve effective. Venge trying to kill creeps. Not going to be able to. She's going to have to head back to base. If anything, now that the Radiant has roamed around a bit and got some kills, I'd send Venge top with the Bristle. Because Bristle needs something. There goes the call. He's got a bunch of creeps. So this is a lot of damage. There's only one in the Bristle back. He's going to fall here. There's no doubt about it. No chance. This Bristle is effectively shut down. He doesn't have any items, no levels. They got I'd even send the AA up there. Send AA, send the Vengeful Spirit, get this Bristle online, because Wraith King's already online. He only needs some regen, but, you know, a courier could use the structures for now. And they're actually going to do a tower block here. They need to be somewhat careful for backup, such as this Doombringer. Does he have his ult? He should, and he does. There goes the ult, there goes the blink in. So this AA is definitely dead. Is Wraith King going to be able to do anything about it? He did use a stun. He does have his ult, so he's just trying to do as much damage as possible, but unable to get that extra stun off. But here comes the revive. He just needs to stun once more, and he's dead. There goes the stun. He's going to have to do a few right clicks. One. Ooh, maybe not there. Oh, no. The effect is worn off. I think Wraith King might die here. Oh, well, he's going to get the kill, but either way, he just died to a Phantom Assassin, so that's really good for her. Lots of gold. She could definitely buy a Midas recipe if she wants to, or just start working on a Dominator, Phase Boost, something like that. So they did rotate, but it did cost Wraith King his life. Again, he was playing pretty aggressive. They were beyond the tower, and Doom did come in. But this is good. They need this to happen. It'll keep this tower alive, and hopefully Bristle could hit level 6 at least. They're playing really passive. Venge just taking a lot of damage for free. Haven't seen too much of Storm Spirit, but he's doing really well. Treads are online. 2 Null Talismans. Probably going to see an Orchid or something out of them. Meanwhile, I missed a kill at top. Looks like CM died. That's level 6. I want to watch that again because that's important. This Bristle really needed that. Go back a bit more, and here we go. So, we saw that call. Maybe CM thinks that, yeah.
My heart.
I don't know how to get out of this mode. There you go. So, she got a little bit aggressive. Probably thought that Venge was AFK. Came a bit too close. One swap. Right into the tower range. Right into Bristle. This was definitely needed, though, for sure. Ooh. Will Venge die? No, she's fine. Invis Rune going to be bottled by Storm Spirit. And you're seeing this, like you see this a lot in pro games, but not too much in pubs. Support's grabbing the runes early, like really early in the game. In pubs, it used to be kind of a thing where just the mid is the person who has rune control, and you use supports to hold his rune for him if you have to. But now it's looking like a lot of... Ooh. The stun I don't think is going to get off. No, it won't. He's got to do a stun. He's got it. So she should die here. Even the Storm Spirit zipping in.
Character.
Dyer's mid tower.
But as I was saying, now you're seeing, just like in pro games, but in pubs, you're seeing supports picking up early levels and picking up the rune to help out mid.
Tower won't last much longer.
That way mid can focus more on last hits, which is really important in early game. So as we saw, Doom did pick up the Midas. We got Arc Boots on Zeus now, so the Radiant's getting some core items. This PA is not doing too well. She did get her Phase Boots. Looks like the Radiant has also got top tower, so this is pretty good. 5-7, still anyone's game. For some reason I have buyback status up. KDR 3-1-3-1. So Wraith King and PA are actually tied in kills. I think she got 2 on AA and then the 1 on Wraith King, yeah. And that was actually her first time dying, so that's pretty... You don't see that too often. Dooming creeps. But why not? Anyways. Yeah, she just recently died, so considering she was against the tri-lane and her first death is at the 12-minute mark. That's pretty good. That's actually not too bad. So Wraith King's going to try and man-mode this Axe. He doesn't have ult, so he needs to be very careful of dying here. So there goes the call. I think he might get dunked here. No, there is no dunk available, but PA comes in. That coup de grace just murders the Wraith King. Storm Spirit, no mana. KZ, he can't even get a kill out of this. That's going to be 2 down for the Phantom Assassin. This is a 5-1 Phantom Assassin. The support comes in. They do manage to pick up Axe. Bristleback's coming in. Nasally Goo's being activated. But this Vengeful Spirit almost going to die here. Does she have a blink? She's going to use a Stifling Dagger. It doesn't matter. She's got to get out of here. I don't think AA's Frostbite is going to kill her.
You know the drill.
No, she's going to be fine. Zeus, on the other hand, needs to use some spikes. Backs out for some reason. Oh, he's so close to dying, but here comes Doom. Scorched Earth. Lots of damage. Level death. There goes AA down. Is Bristle next? No, he just starts fighting creeps. So, not a good trade for the Dire. That pretty much put the Radiant in the lead because this Phantom Assassin is now 6-1 and lived. 6-1. That's probably going to be a Battle Fury on her. So she's like, you know what? I got my kills. I sat my XP. Let's get the farm going. Get that Battle Fury and start farming. If she gets before 20 minutes, that's still really good for her team. Meanwhile, the Dire wants to make stuff happen here. Gonna throw out a stun. They really can't follow up into this with the tower here, but there is 4 of the Dire here. An Invis rune top. PA is gonna try and pick it up. No, she's probably gonna buy something. Her Perseverance. There you go. Wards. Still heavy in favor of the Dire, but there is 1 up for the Radiant. Actually 2. I don't know if this one sees the rune. I guess it does. I wasn't sure about that cliff. So they do have vision of that. Storm's gonna check bot for the rune, but it's top. Actually, Storm needs to be very careful. Oh boy, that's not gonna end well for her. A little bit caught out guard. No one's on the map, so definitely needs to watch out for that. Bristle's working on treads, it looks like. If he even gets that. AA is a little poor, but he's been doing quite a lot of supporting. I just heard a swap from someone. I'm not sure where it went, but either way. That's not going to stun him.
That's 4
and PA manages to get... Oh, there was the swap. I guess she, for some reason, was in the woods. So Dire getting a little bit sloppy on their plays. Wraith King's going to try and make up for this by pushing top. He's going Refresher. So this is something you definitely do not see often on Wraith King. It is something that does get picked up, but not till way later. Usually you get your armlet, you know, some damage, some armor items, stuff like that up before you get the Refresher. Or even mana items, just so that you have the mana for it, because he's only got a pool of 500 mana at the moment. Which is pretty much... I know he only has 1 spell, but it's still limiting you on your decision, whether you get a stun off or if you're going to use a Refresher to revive again. Axe is going to grab that Invis, so that's been up for a while. Interesting wording for the Radiant. Like, this one's still got a while before it peters out. Dire refreshing their wards. Gonna see this regen bot. This Doom, meanwhile, is jungling. And remember, he got a pretty early Midas, too. He's gonna pick up the Vlads. That's gonna just help out the PA. She probably doesn't even need to go Satanic now with that Vlad's up. That's also gonna help Axe, who has Vanguard. Going for Basher. Now, that's something you definitely don't see too often. Aquila and Tread still on the Vengeful Spirit. She's kind of stopped doing a lot of support, trying to get a bit more core items. Storm still doesn't really have a core item at the moment. And in terms of core items, like the Radiant's actually got more. They've got the Midases, the Vlads, the Vanguard. What does Zeus have? Arcane Boots. Like, they're doing really well. And here goes the Doom. It's going to be on Storm. This is such a good target to get a Doom off of. There goes the Blink right on her ally. She goes Stifling. There goes the AL. It's a little off the mark, so they're going to lose 2 people for this. Bristol's not sure whether he should fight or not, but he's going to try and teleport. I don't know if... No, the stun from Zeus is just not going to happen. There goes Wraith King. Is he actually going to mammo this? There goes Venge. She's going to fall. I don't know about this Wraith King. Ooh, yikes. That's a lot of burst. Is he going to be able to get the Crystal Maiden? There goes the stun. So he will pick up the Crystal Maiden, but he's at risk. He's going to probably fall here. He's got to juke it out. Oh my goodness, it's just not going to work out for him. So there's a dunk for Max. Pause goes out. Really well played by the Radiant.
All right.
It was basically a
carry on.
one at a time thing. They just kept trickling in one at a time, and they ran by the Dire's tier 1. I didn't even know this was still alive. Just ran by it. Just whatever. We're gonna get kills and live anyways. So they only lost to Crystal Maiden. This is an 8-1 Phantom Assassin before 20 minutes. Compared to the 4-3 Wraith King, who was 3-1 and in the lead, KDR wise. So this is serious problems for the Dire. Big problems. Game's quickly getting out of their control. 16-9 at the moment. And we're talking about a Phantom Assassin who was bottom lane by herself. Yeah, she was getting solo XP. But there was no last hits coming out of her. She still doesn't have last hits. 17 last hits compared to the Wraith King's 89. So this Wraith King is going ham in terms of farm. But when it comes to kills, this PA is slaughtered. And she is already hit her level 11. So that is a level 2, 350% critical damage chance on Phantom Assassin. A shoots off the ult. Almost killed Zeus. If that hit, that would have been a kill. Just a little off the mark. Bristle's now got his treads. He does have a magic wand, so that should help out against the spammy stuff like Stifling Dagger and Zeus. Actually, I think magic wand is great. Or magic stick. A magic stick on like most heroes on the Dire is really good. It's even good on the Radiant for the Bristle pack. So this is definitely a game where you go magic stick. Storm needs to get a core item and fast. An Orchid or possibly really, Orchid's amazing. Mech would be good for the Dire too. The Radiant I don't think has a mech, but they do. They have a Basher on Axe. Yeah. Crystal Maiden's actually, I mean, there's still wards up, so there is support going on. She is the only support. I guess Zeus could support a bit too on her team. But she's now going, looks like a Shadow Blade, so we're getting some core items going on out of her too. Oh boy. Veil on Zeus, this is really smart. Help. He's a little overextended, but he's backing out. They shouldn't be able to catch him. No, they won't. Even sentries be in place, so definitely keeping an eye out to see if there's wards going on. But the Radiance, this one's going to fall out, so this one will be a very interesting spot for a ward. Some dewarding going on, but it's actually just out of range at this ward, so that's a really, really sneaky ward right there from the Radiant. I'm just going to check the fog. Fog for the Radiant. Oh yeah, it does. Look at that. It gives rune vision. And that's really interesting. I never knew that. So this is some next level stuff right here. Wraith King's getting pretty close to his refresh orb. Oh, PA. Is she looking for a kill? I don't know. This might backfire. Whoa, what a... That damage is insane. And with the Zeus ult, easily picks up AA, but is this worth it?
Look away.
The Dire
I don't know. Maybe Axe can fall up. He doesn't have a blink, so he's going to have to get some sick bashes going on. He's going to call Wraith King. He does have his ult, and he even has the refresher now. So this is a lot of lives out of this Wraith King. Is he going to get back up from his team? There goes the bench. He's going to stun him. Storm Spear zaps in. A lot of spin damage coming out from the Axe, but he's not going to be able to get a kill out of this. So this Wraith King managing to pick off one kill, and the Phantom Assassin died here. And what did they get out of that? They got an Ancient Apparition. So not worth it for the Dire. And Wraith King actually used his refresher. I guess his ult was on cooldown? Probably. And he never actually used it, so he's just got this free ult. Doom has been farming quite hard. Looks like he's going for a Scepter now. So he's level 13. If we check out the levels here. Or last hits denies. Where's hero level? There we go. So both the carries are level 14. Doom's barely treading at 13. But Storm's really far behind. So this is looking pretty good for the Radiant. I'm actually going to go back to the last hits denies. If you could, but in terms of last hitting, like Doom is way ahead of his Phantom Assassin. But that Wraith King's going ham in terms of farm. He's just, wherever he goes, just always farming. And he needs to. Because this Storm is not getting anything. He is the Storm, though. His abilities are really helpful. really serves a lot of impact in team fights, especially control-wise against the PA. She now has her Battle Fury, so we should see farm picking up for her. Probably going to see the BKB next on her. Just so that Storm Spirit and them, like, when she gets BKB, what is there to control her? There's nothing. They have nothing to control her. And that pretty much disables Storm Spirit completely. He's going to have to focus other targets like Doom. And if Doom just gets a Doom off, you know, you ain't controlling no one, that's for sure. AA is pretty poor, especially compared to the CM, who has a Shadow Blade at the 22-minute mark. Either way, Radiant's getting... I wanted to say greedy, but they are getting kills out of this. Wraith King will pop his ult. He doesn't have another one, so he's going to have to back off. So will the Radiant. A Zeus for a Bristleback? I'd say it's worth it. You know, this Bristleback's being shut down pretty hard, and he's not having an easy time whatsoever, and you rarely hear that about a Bristleback. I'm questioning this Skull Basher pickup on Axe, but if he upgrades that to Cranium Basher, or sorry, Abyssal Blade, I think it could do some work. Serve someone as a support-ish Axe. There is still no mech on both teams.
Dire's mid towers
double damage on
technical
Storm.
difficulties.
Yeah, no mech. So this is a mechless game. Not too many magic ones either, other than the bristles. And he's getting some okay charges of it. Scepter finally finished on Doom. He's going to try and put that to work. Storm Spirit, you are going the wrong way, buddy. There's a call, there's Doom, no chance. Scorched Earth, this is overkill right here. Axe not even going to bother to use his dunk. Knows that kill was for sure. Nice 3-man hit on the Ancient Apparition ult, but this tower might be taking some damage. Wraith King so far, nope, they've got backup. So the Radiant, playing it smart, is going to back out of here. There is 4 of them. Zeus is mid. Veil is complete. Arcane Boots now complete on Ancient Apparition. So that should help out in terms of mostly the Wraith King. Is that a Rapier? I think it's a little too early for a Rapier. Probably going to be an MKB. Maybe a Daedalus. We'll see. Probably not with the Mortal Strike.
Dire's mid tower won't last.
Most likely going to be an MKB. Using some calls. Venge needs to be careful. That call fails. Venge is taking a bit of damage. Refresher has been used on the Wraith King, so he now has all.
Force, double damage.
And there's a lot of fighting going on here. Vengeful Spirit's going to have to back out. She's dead. With that call there, unless she kills the creep, Zeus ult just finishes the job. Wraith King's going ham, but he gets called. He's going to fall here. His slow's going to hopefully make some work. Is that AA ult going to hit? It's going to hit the PA. Doom manages to pick up another kill on the Bristleback. Axe is getting pretty low, but Wraith King's going to have to back out. He doesn't have another ult, so he needs to play it safe. Doom barely going to escape.
Mid tower could use a little help.
At the skin of his teeth. Double damage on Storm. He's actually got a lot of HP and mana, but there's 4 of them here.
Dire's mid tower won't last.
And AA's back to base, which means there's only 2 of the Dire here. The Radiant really want to get a tower here. Meanwhile, Zeus is pushing mid. Actually, he might, even though he's not really good at sieging, this should be...
Technical difficulties.
No, not with Creep Wave. He's still going to do a lot of damage, and this is a Zeus. Doing significant damage to your tier 2 mid. This is a problem.
Mid tower.
Only 1 tower down for the Dire. AA ult, it's gonna connect. Zeus has to be careful. 1 stun. Uh-oh. This isn't looking good. There comes the zip in from Storm 2. No chance for Zeus. A little too aggressive there. I guess he wanted to kill that tower, but, you know. People were reviving. There wasn't anyone on the minimap. It's a good indication that you're probably gonna get...
Dire's bottom tower's getting the business.
Axe, the Tango Slayer. And he's gonna pick up a Blink Dagger. So this is really late. I think getting the Blink before the Cranium Basher would have been smarter, but either way, he's been doing a pretty good job at Duncan left, right, and center. And this is definitely starting to look like a BKB, but her farm is still pretty weak. If she just gets farmed, she'll be solid. You know, there's going to be very little that the Dire can do to stop her. Axe is going to spot out this regen. Probably waiting for someone else to pick it up. Ooh, Crystal Maiden. Have to be a little bit careful. I'm lagging a bit. Hopefully that stops. I'm going to hide that because I realized I forgot. Warding's still pretty good for both teams. Radiant's actually got some really smart wards. Dire's getting aggressive with her. What the? Okay, so AA was a little low. does manage to pick off a kill. Good job by Zeus. But the Dire's actually got some really aggressive wards considering the situation they're in, which is pretty defensive. They've only got tier 2s left, and even at that, they're pretty low in HP. This top one, even the top one's taking damage, but this bot one, not as much damage as I thought. The Radiant's probably going to try and kill this mid tower. Ooh, Vengeful Spirit, you are way out of position. So she's going to instantly fall. And she's pretty much stopped with her support items, so pretty much leaving that job to Ancient Apparition, which she's doing a fine job at. But she's trying to get into a chorus role. Probably to pick up for the Storm, seeing how he's lacking that role a bit. He's starting to work on that Orchid right now, but it's really late. Meanwhile, Wraith King's going to fight for them here, but he's all by himself. He does have Refresher, so he does have another life. He's going to pop it. He's going to use his stun. Does he have enough mana? He does, so he does have another life, but there's no backup coming in for him. This is probably going to be a free pickoff, and this is a big pickoff for the Radiant. Here comes Storm. He's sick of this, but there's no chance. That Coup de Grace just does 1,036 damage to that Wraith King. So he's got to back off, but they're just trickling in one at a time. They're too late to the fight, and now they're all going to die. Oh my goodness, this might even be a tier 3 here for the Radiant. Bristleback, he's going to fall. Vengeful Spirit's next in line. This might even be a team wipe. Swap. It's questionable, but there really wasn't much she could do right there. So that is a team wipe for the Radiant. A lot of them are at low HP. Axe is still taking some damage. He might want to take off that aggro. He's just going to walk out and do it. Crystal Maiden using the ult to clear out the creep waves. I think this is a really smart idea. When you've got 5 down, the respawns are only like 20 seconds or so. You want to get as much damage to this tower down as possible, and they're actually even going to kill it. Might even be able to get racks here. AA is going to use an ult. It's probably going to hit most of them. It will hit every single one of them. No one's going to die here, though, I don't feel. But they're going to get it. They're going to kill racks, I think. Actually, they all backed off. They're pretty low in HP. People are just reviving. I think this is a smart call by the Radiant.
Top tower's getting beat down.
They probably could have killed those racks, but they might have lost a few lives there. But why take the risk? You could just do another team wipe again and then take them for free without giving your opponent an advantage. Wraith King's still way ahead in last hits. Doom's starting to catch up. KDR, this PA is 12-2. This is a scary PA.
The Dire might want to mine their top tower.
And she's got BKB now. Her farm isn't even that good, but just from pure kills alone, Coup de Grace.
Guess what's happening to Dire?
You know, what can they do to this PA now? All they can really do is right-click her. And I guess that's why the Venge has decided to go somewhat a carry role. That's probably going to be a Deso or something out of her. AA, no chance for him. He might get the stun off. No, he won't. But yeah, like, oh my goodness. Oh, I missed a kill here at bottom. Let's go back and watch it. Oh, Zeus. More aggressive pushing from Zeus.
Somebody's cooking.
Struck down in my pride.
The thing is, he did manage to get a kill, so. On the AA. That was when PA was attacking AA. PA had that kill no matter what, but the Zeus all just managed to get the last hit. This tower might die. No one is nearby. I think that's a free tower. They're going to use their glyph. Here comes the TP. It's Bristleback, so she's going to have to back off.
Dire might want to mine their top tower.
Backups here with an axe on DD. Is he going to jump in? Could he get him with all the creeps? Currently, no. But Bristol needs to watch out. He doesn't want to walk into this. Oh, boy. There goes the call. Oh, my goodness. That cleave. Venge, just sick and tired of this, but she can't do any. Look at the crits! Oh, my goodness. Storm's going to have to zip right out there. That's not only a free tower, it's 2 kills. But Wraith King, man-moding in here. There goes the call. He did manage to kill PA. Storm's coming back in. AAL's going to be used. Is Wraith King going to fall here? Yes, the spins are going to kill Wraith King. Might even kill Storm, but no, he's going to fall to the AAL. So, 2 big kills for the Radiant here, but oh my goodness. A tower, or sorry, 2 big kills here for the Dire. But again, they lost a tower, they lost 2 heroes. PA just gets bigger and bigger. MKB finally picked up on the Wraith King. We've got a Radiance on this dude. So the supports on the Dire, you're gonna... I'd start feeling sorry for them. Because they're gonna be taking spins, Zeus ults, crits, and Radiance damage. What does this AA have to rebuttal that? He has Arcane Boots. You know, Venge is pretty tanky. And she's actually going to pick up some support items. Oh my goodness, this is not good.
5 in a row.
Easy pickings for Doom here.
Your
There's one tier 2 left. Their mid-racks have pretty much died. And this was before 30 minutes. Wards are going to start to fall out here. So they're going to lose their aggressive wards and their map presence. I like this ward, though, in the lane. Because they know with this tower being their last tower, they need all the vision they could get when it comes to defending it. Knowing how many people are here pushing the lane, if they could jump onto it. And they've still got this ward here, so they can see if people wrap around this way. Check out the EXP graph. 25,000 plus in favor of the Radiant. If we go to gold, it's 17,000. That's pretty big, but it's not as big as I thought. Crystal Maiden getting pretty aggressive here. I don't think that's going to work out for her.
Somebody's cooking.
Yeah, you. This is a refresher MKB right here. And she's going to buy back. Is anyone around? Not really. A is going to use this ult just to scare Flash. Scepter now on Zeus. Here comes BKB. Looks like PA is going to try and man mode this. She's got to be careful, though. She just ran into 5 of them. Or 4 of them, but she did do some pretty good damage. Those spins are doing good damage, too. And they do manage to pick off the Venge with the Zeus ult. They're all pretty low, but the Radiant's currently trickling in 1 at a time, and I'm lagging like a boss. There goes the level death. They will pick off Bristleback. And this is a lot of lag, actually. But I'm still going to try and commentate as best as I can. Doom, pretty much the Radiant just ran in 1 at a time. Yeah, they're getting pickoffs, but this Wraith King just was able to man mode them. And this is going to be a free rush, because what's Zeus going to do with no ult to contest this? He can't. This is going to be an Aegis on the Wraith King. And, uh-oh. I highly doubt that's going to be a Radiant. So, we're probably looking at YOLO mode, Divine Rapier, Wraith King. But I think this is a good idea. He's got an Aegis now. He's got a Refresher Orb. That's 4 lives. That's 3 revives.
Old Rose won't be coming back for a while.
Zeus. Gonna ward. I don't think Wraith King saw that. Oh, yeah, he did. And he's probably not gonna be able to get him because no one else is on the mini-map nearby. That sucked with all the lag there. But hopefully that doesn't happen again. Yeah, this is a big Wraith King. He still doesn't have Divine yet, but he's hitting hard. Not as hard as PA. Well, technically more in base damage, but with the coup de grace, she's going to be hitting like a truck. Looks like probably going to go for a Mjolnir and AC. Uh-oh, Zeus. Needs to be careful. He's caught out a bit. Gonna stun. There goes the Stifling Dagger. Uh-oh. Wraith King might have just extended a bit too much. There goes the AAL. It is going to connect on CM. Storm's going to zip in. He's going to zip out. Try and lure them away, but here comes Wraith King. He's used up 1 life. He's going to go for the Zeus now, and he does manage to pick him off. Going for the Crystal Maiden, now the Axe, but there's 3 of them. Man-moding. AA is going to fall here. Crystal Maiden's going to use the ult. She's going to... Sorry, Axe is going to fall here, but the ult did do some pretty good damage to drop down Wraith King. He doesn't have another life. Well, yes, he does. He used Refresher, so he's got his Aegis still left. There is 1 more revive for him, and he's probably going to use it up right here. Yes, he will. Doom is getting pretty low, though, so 3 for 3. Well, 3 for 2, technically, at the moment. And everyone's low in HP. Crystal Maiden's low. PA's low. This is a win for the Radiant. They're going to pick off this tower, too. Doom's going to buy back. He doesn't want them getting this.
Radiant's mid tower.
So they're going to pick this off. Wraith King, meanwhile, is heading to Secret Shop. That's Divine Rapier. This might just be the YOLO push.
Mid tower's getting the 1-4.
We have Divine. So, 2 are down. Not for too long left. But Doom's going to go in. He's going to Doom this. Okay, Venge is dead. There's no way she's living this. But Wraith King going back in here. He doesn't have another life. He will in 5 seconds. So he just needs to live for 5 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. All big crits from Wraith King. There goes the Zeus ult trying to do something. Stun is going to be used on the PA. He will kill her. And he does still have an ult left. So Wraith King, very low on HP. Probably wants to back out. There's still 2 of the Radiant up. His team is up, but they're so far away. They're trying to get there as soon as possible because they just died. We did see a buyback going on, so there's a stun on Zeus. He needs to get big crits here. That Zeus is 1 or 2 shots away from dying, but Axe is going to call. Going to keep him safe. Almost has Scepter on this Axe. And Wraith King does still have that extra life left. Oh my goodness, the crits! He's so low in HP, but so Zeus. Needs to watch out. ult's going to overextend a little bit. But either way, Wraith King's going to get the last hit. He's starting to lifesteal pretty big here. AA? There's nothing to unaggro the tower off of, so he's going to fall. Backup's on his way. It's pretty close, so he's finally got some backup. This tower's gonna fall, but there is 5 of the Radiant dead. And currently the Dire is in a position where they are pretty far behind. This PA is just starting to scale with farm now. And they just need to end. Because Storm still doesn't have his Orchid. Bristle does have a Vanguard, but, you know, they're doing a lot of damage now. They might as well keep the motors a-rolling. CM's going to try and use all, but she's going in one at a time. This is not good. The stalling isn't going to work, so this is a free racks for them. Is there any buybacks? There's got to be buybacks for the Radiant. No, there is none. So, the Dire's just, they really want to end this game. The Radiant, you know, 3 of them are going to be back up soon. PA probably shouldn't go into this until her team comes up. So she's just going to Stifling Dagger, try and delay. She will manage to pick up Bristle. Uses the BKB, so that's pretty good. But unfortunately, that's a BKB charge gone. Wraith King still has that extra life, and he also has Refresh, so he's got 2 lives now. But the Radiant have had enough. They're sick of the games. There goes Axe using the call. He's going to manage to pick off this Vengeful Spirit with the spin. Refresh has been used on the Wraith King because of Cast Ball. Beautiful ult by Ancient Apparition. But look at these crits from Wraith King. He will manage to fall, so he's got no more lives left. If they kill him once more, he's got the Rapier. But look at this. She's falling from the Ancient Aberration and the Cold Snap. Wraith King's doing this. This main is going down. There's buyback on Storm, so he just wants to get here and help him out. He's running as fast as he can along with Ancient Aberration. This main's dying. Doom's got to do something. He can't just sit here. They're already calling the GGs. There goes Crystal Maiden. She's using her Frostbite. Doom's trying to do whatever he can, but there's no ult from him. He's just taking too much damage from the right clicks. But this main is so close to dying. Backup's not here yet for the Dire, so the Radiant can maybe stall this. But beautiful ult by Ancient Apparition, and the crits are just too much. That's game. Oh my goodness. And the Dire pull it off. That comeback. Oh my goodness. Great game. What a 37 minutes. It's such a short game, actually. In terms of the way it was looking like it was going. Like, look at the KDR. Well, Wraith King all of a sudden snowballed because he just went mid and never left and just kept getting kill after kill. And so that's why he's got a lot of kills. But this PA was 17-6. And she was just starting to get farm. So even though the Wraith King was definitely superior in farm, 784 gold per minute compared to the 422, the Doom had more than the PA. There was too much factoring against the Dire, because you look at the KDR, 3-10, 3-7, 2-10, 5-11. They were all just, there was nothing happening from this other team. The Venge did manage to get a Deso, and Storm eventually is Orchid, but you know, those are items, well, not for Venge, but the Orchid you kind of want on the Storm Spirit in the early 20-minute mark. I guess that's standard time for Deso on a support Vengeful Spirit, but it was not looking good for the Dire. So pretty much that YOLO push was needed, and it just worked out because the Dire just kept sending one in at a time. Like you saw Crystal Maiden using her ult and falling, and then you saw Zeus going in there. You know, it just never worked out for them. I think they should have just... You don't know that they're going to continue and push like that when the Wraith King's so low. You just think that they're going to go back and restart, but the Dire just knew they were so far behind. So if they knew about that, they probably could have just given up a few towers, waited till all 5 revived, and then went after the Wraith King and them. Because I think the Radiant's team fight's superior to the Dire's. But either way, this Wraith King had a lot of farm and eventually got a lot of kills. So yeah, great game. I really enjoyed it. And I think that's everything. So I will see you all next time.